something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. As a beginner guitarist, what do you struggle with most? In the description below, there'll be a link. Book a call, we'll talk about it. But in this lesson, I'm going to teach you Buffalo Springfield for what it's worth. Okay? Great song, simple song, 3 chords, and the truth. If you stick with me to the end of the lesson, I'll teach you how to do the harmonics. And you don't have to have an electric guitar to do it. And of course, I'm going to show you from your point of view. There's 3 chords to this song, and there's some debate. We'll get to that when we get further down the road. Some people are putting a C major in that song. It doesn't sound horrible, but I'm not sure that that's right, and I'll tell you why I think, but it still works. You can still do it. Tried to watch some live footage of Buffalo Springfield doing this, like at Monterey Pop or something, and just watching the hand movements. I was trying to watch Nash and Stills, and David Crosby was in that video as well. And it didn't look like anybody was going to the trouble of going to the C chord. It's kind of hard to tell from the album. The way the stereo is split, the guitar's in the right hand. But I'll tell you why I think some people are putting a C in there, but I'll tell you what you can do instead. So the 3 main chords in this song are E major, okay? That's what it starts in. Okay, and I'm gonna show you a chord diagram. It's the 1, 2, 3, 3rd string, 1st fret, 1st finger. 2nd finger goes on the 5th string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger is on the 4th string, 2nd fret, okay? Just look at the chord diagram and look at what I'm doing. And you strum all the strings, okay? That's an E major, okay? So there's E major. And that's the first, that's the opening. Something happening. Okay, then it goes to A major, okay? I've seen people do a way of making an A major that I've never made before that might be easier, but here's the 2 ways I know how to make an A major. 3 fingers. So your 1st finger goes on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Middle finger goes on the 3rd finger. Middle finger goes on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And your ring finger goes on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Now, these are all on the same fret. I don't like making an A this way. It's too hard to change. You're too cramped up. But you strum from the 5th string all the way down. That 5th string is A open. That's an A major. What I do is 1 finger and get those same strings with my 1st finger. Only thing is you kind of have to lift it up to get that bottom string to ring, but even if you can't, you can do like a power type chord with this song and it's gonna work, okay? So I recommend doing the 1 finger, and that's what I'm gonna keep showing from now on. So you have E and A in this song. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear, okay? The verses, that's all that is, okay? So let's go through and I'll show you the words where it switches. So it starts in E. Something happening here. You stay on that, and it's just 1 strum in the song, okay? So you're just strumming once. Something happening here. but what it is ain't exactly clear. Okay, so is and clear. There's a man. There's a man with a gun over there telling me, I've got to beware. Where? On beware, okay? So let me run through that without talking it. There's something happening here, but what it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I've got to beware. Okay? Now let's get to the chorus, okay? And in the chorus, we're going to add a D major. Okay? First finger, third string, second fret. Second finger, first string, second fret. Third finger or ring finger, second string, third fret. Okay? And you strum from the fourth string or the fifth. You can do the fifth. Sounds fuller. Technically the fourth. Down. Okay? So we've got E major, A major, D major. Okay. So we've come out of the verse, right? And on those verses, again, it's just one strum. There's something happening here. Easy peasy, okay? The chorus is not much more difficult. You can strum this a number of ways, but to me, what sounds best is just doing two strums instead of the one, okay? So let's go through where the D comes in on the chorus. We'll take it slow, okay? So, telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we, okay, so I think it's time we stay, you've already let that A ring out. I think it's time we stop, okay, back to the E. Stop, children. I would strum twice. Stop, children. Then it goes to the D major. What's that sound? I do two strums on that. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Okay, here's the variation on the chorus, and here's where the controversy comes in. Not controversy, but people have different takes on this, okay? So, let's go through it one more time. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's... You could stay on that A major. Everybody look what's going down. Down is when it goes back to the E. That's where it resolves, okay? I mean the E, okay? So you could just stay on that A. I have a Campfire songbook, and that's the only three chords it has. No variation of the A. It's E-A-D. That's the whole song in that songbook, okay? So you could go, stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. It's perfect, it's fine, okay? I'm going to show you a variation, though, and then we're going to talk about that C major that people were throwing in there and just let you decide, okay? So, everybody look what's going down. That's the easiest way to play it. Just stay on that A major. And then you're going to do four strums on that. So it'll be, everybody look, and you kind of go with the lyric. Everybody look what's going down. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Okay? You can do an A7 there, okay? And the only difference is, instead of all three of those strings being fretted, you're letting this third string, that's the G note, you're releasing that. So it's just like an A major, except you're not doing, so if you were playing it with 3 fingers, you would lift it up. Okay, it's just one note different. Okay? But I think that open G note is what gives it that nuance, because you can tell there's something different in the original song in that, everybody look what's going down. So if you're playing an A major or an A7, they're almost the same chord, right? But I think the nuance is, everybody look what's going down. It kind of gets a little darker. Going down. Okay? That open G note, again, not a deal breaker. You don't have to do it. Stay on the A if it's easier for you. Everybody look. So I would do 2 strums if you are going to change. 2 strums on that. Everybody look what's, and 2 strums on the A7. Going down. That's how I choose to play it. I don't want to confuse you, but you'll see some tutorials online and they'll say, everybody look what's going down. Okay, that works too. It sounds a little off to me though. And what sounds right about it in a C chord, you've got that open G in there, just like you do with the A7, okay? And I think that's why it's like, oh, is that right? Oh, it kind of sounds right. But I don't know about that C note. And like I said, in the videos, I never saw Crosby or Nash or Stills. I didn't see any of them. I don't know what Neil Young was doing. I think he was probably doing the harmonic stuff. But I never saw him kind of make that finger change. You know what I mean? I didn't see any kind of, I did see a little movement. So I'm thinking they're going to that A7. Again, though, guys, if you want to stay on that A major, not going to hurt a thing. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Fine. Or, I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Okay? Or, I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Works too, man. But I would just stick around that A. Either keep the A major or A7, okay? Now, since this song is so simple to strum, especially in the verses, right? One strum. Something happened, because it's in that drum beat right on that song. Something happening here. It grooves, right? So you don't need a lot, you don't want a lot of guitar going on. If you want, especially if you're by yourself, you can get a free metronome app on your phone. Metronome Beats is what I use, okay? I set this thing to 90 beats per minute on this song, and I let that be my drum. And since it makes it more fun to play if you're by yourself, if you're trying to do the whole verses thing. Something. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we stop, children. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. It's just cool, man. It makes it so much more fun to play by yourself, okay? And it'll help you keep time. That's a really simple song to keep time with, to learn strumming, to learn rhythm, you know, 1 stroke and then 2 strokes. I mean, that's it, but it makes you stay in time. And that song is so rhythmic, man. It's a really good beginner song to learn. All right, guys, I promised you, if you stuck with me, I teach you the harmonics, okay? And you can do this on acoustic as well as electric. So when it's doing that, that's during the E to A. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it's going with the E to A. Okay, so what you do on the 12th fret, okay, your double dots, right on that fret, and practice with it. I used to do this as a kid. This is so fun to do. It takes a minute. It took me a couple of takes to get the opening for this video because, you know, you don't want to fret it. You don't want to press it. You just kind of want to touch it. And let it ring out, okay? So 12th fret's the first one. 7th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same string. That one's a little harder to do. And you can use whatever finger you want. They'll all work. But that's the two notes in the opening. Okay? If you want to really get froggy and do what I did in the intro, especially if you're by yourself, like I said, it's the E and then the A. Well, those are both open strings. Without a pick, if you can pluck those at the same time, and then you drop down and hit the 5th string with that 7th fret harmonic. That's cool, man. Because, you know, in the original song, you probably had Neil Young doing that part. You had Stephen Still, you had somebody doing just a strum, one strum, right? And then you had so anyway, if you can get 3 people together, get somebody to do the harmonics, or somebody strumming, and then get somebody to play that lick. And that's the 3 guitar parts that are going on at the same time. Guys, if you want to learn that lick, comment on this video and tell me you want, and I'll make a video okay? But if you're by yourself, you can't do all 3 things together, but I'll tell you what you can do. You turn that metronome on. You play those bass notes with that harmonic. Something happening here. This is such a fun song to play. This has been the most fun I've had making a video. You got a one-man band thing going on. And guys, I'll see you in the next lesson.